Good afternoon, members of the Street Committee. This meeting is now called to order at 1 o'clock p.m. Please remember to state your name when making any comments or asking a question. We will now begin the meeting with a roll call of all members. Carrie?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I will go down in alphabetical order by member agency. Raquel Schatz. Steve O'Brien, ADOT.
Here.
Thank you. Raj Thowdam, Avondale. John Willett, Buckeye. John McFarland, Chandler.
Here.
Thank you. Chair Christo.
Present.
Thank you. Jennifer Acuna.
Here.
Thank you. Christopher Salas, Florence. Suzanne Struble, Gilbert. Brian Harville, Goodyear. Keith Jernaski, Litchfield Park. Scott Nodes, City of Maricopa.
Good afternoon. Present.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Angela Macaluso.
Present.
McDot. Thank you. Sabina King, Mesa.
Present.
Thank you. Jerry Cooper, Paradise Valley. Charles Andrews, Peoria. Leticia Vargas, Phoenix.
Present.
Thank you. Christopher Wanamaker, Pinal County. Brad Novacek, Queen Creek.
Present.
Thank you. Jennifer Jack, Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian Community.
Present.
Thank you. Vice Chair Domi, Scottsdale.
Present.
Thank you. Corey Steele, Tempe.
Present.
Thank you. Gabriel Elias, Tolleson.
Present.
Thank you. Grant Anderson, Youngtown.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Item number 2 is our call to the audience. MAG provides the opportunity for the public to comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda, informational items, or items on the agenda for discussion and not for action. Members of the public are invited to submit written comments via the MAG website. Any comments received 2 hours prior to the meeting have been shared with committee members in advance of the meeting for consideration and will be included in the formal meeting minutes. Staff, have we received any online written comments for the call to the audience?
Thank you, Chair. We have not received any online written comments for the call to audience.
Thank you. Agenda item number 3 is the MAG staff report. This item is on the agenda for information and will be presented by Velvet Matthew, the Freeway Engineering Program Manager. Velvet?
Thank you, Chair Pascal and members of the Street Committee. Pleasure to be here this afternoon. I have a couple of updates. First, I'd like to officially welcome Sabine King to the Street Committee. She will be representing the city of Mesa.
Can you turn up your mic?
Oh, sorry, I'll speak louder. So, again, just want to officially welcome Sabine King to the Street Committee. She'll be representing the city of Mesa. The second item that I'd like to update is just wanted to remind everybody about an email that I sent out back on September 16th. The MAG Transportation Data Group is requesting any traffic data that was collected during the 2024 calendar year. I know a few of you have already responded, so thank you very much for your quick response. It's greatly appreciated. And then for those of you who haven't responded yet, I just want to remind you that the submission deadline is Friday, December 13th. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, or you can email the traffic count email address at trafficcount@azmag.gov. And with that, Mr. Chair, that completes my report.
Thank you for that. Agenda item number 4 is the approval of the meeting minutes. Does any member of the committee have any questions regarding the meeting minutes? Seeing and hearing none, prior to approval of the meeting minutes, there is an opportunity for members of the public to comment. Staff, have we received any online written comments for this item?
Thank you, Chair. We have not received any online written comments for this item.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve agenda item number 4 and make sure to state your name and agency?
This is Brad Novacek, Town of Queen Creek. Move to approve the meeting minutes of August 13th.
Anderson,
Thank
second.
you. Thank you. We will now have those participating in the meeting take part in a voice vote by turning on their cameras and unmuting their audio. We need to see the faces of everyone to participate in the voice vote. For those who cannot or do not want to turn on their cameras, staff will conduct a roll call vote. Staff will only call on those virtual participants who did not turn on their camera. Members, please leave your cameras on until after the roll call vote so that staff can count people's names whose cameras are not on. Go ahead and turn your cameras on. For those in favor, please say aye.
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 And Carrie, let me know when you want to continue.
Thank you. Vice Chair Domi, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. And Charles Andrews, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you, Chair. Motion passes.
For those opposed, say nay. Members, please leave your cameras on, and staff, can you please take roll call of the members who did not turn on their camera?
Thank you, Chair. Everyone was accounted for.
Great, thank you. You guys can turn off your cameras now. Agenda item number 5 is the Regional Competitive Programs Fiscal Year 2025 PM10 Certified Street Sweepers. This item is on the agenda for information and discussion and will be presented by Wendy Miller, Transportation Improvement Program Manager. Wendy?
Thank you, Chair Christo, members of the Streets Committee. I'm here today to give you an overview of the PM10 Certified Street Sweeper applications. Next slide, please. As you probably saw in your packet, there was a link provided there as well, but the applications can be found on the MAGTIP website at the link listed below, listed under the Call for Projects section under Current Opportunities. The Call for Projects was sent out to members of the committee on August 1st, and applications were due on September 13th. MAG received 14 eligible applications by the deadline, and for the fiscal year 2025 funding, there is $1.38 million available. Next slide, please. There's an overview here of the schedule. Again, August 1st, the notice went out on the applications. The 15th, we held a project application workshop. September 13th was the due date, and by September 20th, all the applications were posted online. That brings us to today, our presentation here at the Streets Committee, and your committee comments today will be forwarded to air quality staff for review. And on the 24th, the Air Quality Technical Advisory Committee will recommend a prioritized list of projects to the MAG Management Committee. In November, on the 13th, Management Committee would recommend approval of the projects potentially. And on the 20th, the Transportation Policy Committee. And then on December 4th, Regional Council would have final approval. Next slide, please. Just a brief reminder on the disposal process for ADOT. We've got the information listed here, and if you want additional details, the ADOT policies and procedures standards are posted as a supplement to the application, also on the TIP website, where the applications are posted as a resource link. Next slide, please. Just a overview of the 14 applications that were submitted, 2 from Buckeye, Chandler, El Mirage, Mesa, Paradise Valley, Peoria. Phoenix has 2, Pinal County has 3, and 1 from Surprise and Tempe. Next slide, please. Buckeye, Arizona is requesting 2 sweepers. The first one is to replace a 2015 existing sweeper and to expand a service area. And the second request is to also expand a service area, and these are for citywide sweeping. Next slide, please. The City of Chandler is requesting to replace a 2016 sweeper that services Elliott to Germain Roads, Alma School to Gilbert Road. Next slide, please. El Mirage is requesting to replace a 2012 sweeper. that services Northern Avenue to Thompson Ranch, Dysart to Agua Fria. Next slide. Mesa is requesting to replace a 2015 sweeper that services Price to Gilbert Road, Brown to Elliott Road. Next slide, please. Peoria is requesting to replace a 2015 sweeper, Northern Avenue to State Route 74 from 67th to 138th Avenue. Next slide, please. Phoenix is requesting 2 sweepers, the first of which is a 2012 sweeper servicing Estrella Drive to Camelback Road from 107th to Central Avenue. And the next one is also replacing a 2012 existing sweeper that services Camelback to Pinnacle Peak Road from 51st Avenue to 16th Street. Next slide, please. Paradise Valley is requesting to replace a 2012 sweeper, various roadways in Paradise Valley. So townwide, I'm sure. And then Pinal County is requesting 3 sweepers, the first of which is to expand a service area from Germain to Bella Vista Road, Central Arizona Canal to Meridian. Next slide, please. The second one is replacing a 2016 sweeper in the PM10 non-attainment area near Apache Junction. Next slide, please. It's a secondary request for servicing, replacing a 2015 sweeper in that same non-attainment area. Next slide, please. The City of Surprise is requesting to replace a 2015 sweeper that services Joe Max Road to Peoria Avenue from 163rd to Dysart. And the last project, but not least, Tempe, replacing a 2013 existing sweeper servicing 48th Street to Evergreen from Continental Drive to Warner Road. And that concludes the listing of our applications. This item is for information and discussion. I will offer an opportunity if Dean Giles wants to chime in and provide any additional information. Dean, do you have any updates?
Just one quick mention, Wendy and members of the MAG Street Committee, for the City of Buckeye applications. The area to be swept should be citywide within the PM10 non-attainment area.
Thank you, Dean. And that concludes our presentation. If you have any questions, we're available. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Wendy. Do any members have any questions or comments regarding the applications? I'm not seeing or hearing any, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Agenda item number 6 is the request for future agenda items. Are there any requests from the membership for an item on a future agenda? Again, I'm seeing none. So we'll move on to item number 7, which is comments from the committee. Are there any comments or announcements from the membership? Seeing none, the quickest one yet. So the next meeting of the street committee will be on Tuesday, November 12th at 1 p.m. With no further business, today's meeting is adjourned at 1:14 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.